want to talk about a strategy today that I learned from one of my realtor partners, where you can buy a house for $30,000 under the listing price. And I have to admit, it's pretty savvy. Just make sure you have a beast of a realtor that can pull this off for you. It's called a sliding contingency offer. You first want to look at a property that's been on the market for at least 30 days. This is going to tell you that your seller is more open to negotiations. Step one is establishing your starting point. You're going to set your baseline offer at 10% below the listing price. This lays the groundwork. Next, you're going to put in a contingency. This is absolutely key. It'll say, if the seller is willing to accept your offer within 24 hours, you'll sweeten the deal and offer 5% below the list price. This is to create urgency. It would go something like this. Say you find your dream home. It's been on the market for 45 days, listed for $600,000. Your initial offer is $540,000 based on your 10% baseline. The magic is going to happen because of that 24-hour limit. You up the ante to as high as $570,000 for a fast response to be almost guaranteed. The psychology here is reciprocity. By setting the starting point at 10% below and meeting the seller in the middle at 5% below, you give them good faith that you're willing to make a sacrifice for them. So the seller then feels inclined to reciprocate in return. Now, you may run into a scenario where the seller is not in a rush to sell. They might be overpriced. And then in that case, you can always just move on to another home that you really like that's been on the market for a long time. You're bound to find somebody quickly who's willing to negotiate with this strategy. DM or comment the word home for more home buying negotiation tips.